one rule you follow to live your best life?
Cheerleading and writing songs makes me happy with my life.
How do you hold yourself accountable to what makes you happy with your life?
By practicing cheer with my teammates and writing songs to make me feel happy.
What is one thing you believe everyone should live by?
Not stealing because bad things can happen.
Thank you. What is one rule you follow to live your best life?
Live life to the fullest because you only live once.
Okay. How do you hold yourself accountable to that belief?
I like to flip, tumble, and cheer.
Okay. One rule you believe everyone should live by to live a happy life?
Life is not long enough to be in a bad mood, so don't sweat the small stuff.
Wait, no. What are the convictions you live by?
So really, once I really have to start something, I have to finish it. Like, there's no giving up. You can't just make halfway through and then you have to say, okay, I'm done. You can't just do everything halfway. You have to always do it fully.
Okay. How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions?
I like to play baseball and sports, so I would like go outside and hit. I do arm care to make me stronger, and I like to run to make me faster, and just do all that.
And what is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
I really feel like everybody should, once you start something, you can't just stop in the midst of it. You have to fully hold yourself accountable to it and do it.
Cool. Thank you. Corbin, what is one thing that makes you happy?
Monster Jam.
Monster Jam?
Yeah.
Awesome. Just kidding. What are the convictions you live by?
Live every day like it's your last.
How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions?
Have fun every day and don't worry about the small things in life.
What is one conviction?
What are the convictions you live by?
To be comfortable in your own skin.
Okay. How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions or beliefs?
It took me 16 years to really love myself and to be comfortable being myself, but it actually happened very recently when I started to actually accept who I am and live off that.
Okay. What is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
Don't overanalyze. A lot of people overthink and don't live life to the fullest.
What are the convictions you live by?
Do something today that'll make your tomorrow better than your yesterday.
How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions or beliefs?
I try to do something every day that challenges me or is something new.
What is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
Never overdraw your bank account.
Thank you for your interview.
You're welcome.
What are the convictions you live by?
Well, I could give you a lot of stereotypical stuff, but I'm going to go with live outside your comfort zone.
Okay. How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions?
I mean, the biggest thing is to just try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. If you find something interesting, do it. Because when I was in college, I saw the student-run radio station. I never did anything that involved radio or DJing before. I gave it a shot, and look, it turned into a career. So I'm living proof that living out of your comfort zone can work and can open the doors for a lot of things you didn't even know you liked.
Okay. And what is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
Okay, here's where I'll get stereotypical on you. Just treat others the way you would like to be treated. I think that is a universal, just be a good person. Whatever beliefs you have, it doesn't matter. Just treat people like you would want them to treat you. Simple as that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. What are the convictions you live by?
You don't need my name or anything?
No, I'm going to put a title at the bottom and say that.
All right. The convictions I live by. I guess, which camera do you want me to look at? This one?
Whichever you want to, yeah.
Okay.
I look straight ahead.
You look straight ahead? I'll look straight ahead then. Frostco Red did it. I live by, you can't make everybody happy. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And sometimes you got to do things for yourself. That's one of, yeah, there's like a lot in there, but it works.
How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions?
I try very hard not to overthink everything I do. Sometimes you're feeling really super confident, and those are the days where I get a lot of stuff done. There are still those days where you question everything, but I think just getting through it and writing down lists, I do lots of lists, that helps a lot.
Okay. And what is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should follow?
Just be yourself. I mean, just listen to yourself and you'll end up where you have to be. Everything happens for a reason. I did a lot of things prior to getting exactly here that if they hadn't worked out the way that they had, even me losing, I wouldn't be here today. So failures are just as good as being successful.
Okay, thank you. All right, what are the convictions you live by?
I think it's important to set goals for yourself. I taught a class in my old school district about the importance of goal setting. A good goal, I made a handout for you, is measurable and has a completion date, very important. You have a timeline that you want to accomplish your goal, and it's achievable, okay? Hard, challenging, but achievable. So for example, when you go to college, set a date that you want to graduate by. It could be early, could be late. Some people like to do extended time. But I graduate with a bachelor's degree before what date? Another example is while you're at college, a lot of you will need money or want to have some spending cash. So how much cash do you want to have on hand to spend each week? So have a part-time job where you can have $100 each week. Now these goals can change. Okay, so for example, you might make $200 or $300 one week. Well, then save some of that money so that the week that you don't work, you still have that $100 cash to spend when you want to go out and have a good time with your friends. You have some cash in your pocket. So my suggestion is set goals for yourself in life. The goals could change, and that's okay, but that gives you meaningful purpose in life and to achieve those goals.
How do you hold yourself accountable to those convictions?
Oh, I set goals for myself all the time. I always have a plan for my backup plan. So I usually have like 3 different plans. So, I have goals to things to get accomplished. I have a whole list of to-do lists. My wife calls it my honey to-do list. And then, so like this summer, I have my 2 kids. My goal is to build them a swing set before the end of the summer so they can actually start using it. Your whole life is surrounded by goals. If you set goals for yourself, that's going to give you something to shoot for.
And what is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
It's going to be a hard one for you guys. Put down your phones. You can live without your phones. Believe it or not, you really can. And the more I realize, I find myself scrolling through social media just to kill time, waste time. You waste so much of your precious time on your phones. Put them down. Socialize with the ones around you. And stop worrying about, I have friends from college and that live far away, so I like to once in a while scroll and see what they're up to and what they're doing. But the people that matter the most are the ones that are in your proximity, your family that you live with, the people you see every day. So if you don't see them on a regular basis, why do you need to know what's going on all the time? Put your phones down and keep your friendships that are in your proximity stronger by spending time with them. Put your phones down.
Okay. What are the convictions you live by?
Love of God, love of family, love of country.
Okay. How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions or beliefs?
Well, I try to be very mindful when I do things and consider the impacts. And also when I've done something that is in conflict with my convictions, I really think that over and try and realize how I could have done it better, what I should have done in that situation again. So self-inspection, I guess, and self-reflection help you to maybe not make the same mistake twice.
Okay. And what is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
Love of God, to acknowledge that all things come from God and that we should...
Oh, shoot, that one over.
I hope that's not him now.
What is one conviction or belief you believe everyone should live by?
Love of God, and for people to recognize that all things that we have come from God, and that we should acknowledge that. He should be a presence in our everyday life.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
What are the convictions you live by?
I live by the golden rule, and I don't even think they teach that anymore in school, because there was a Jeopardy question about the answer was a golden rule, and not one person knew it. And I think it's a very simple rule to live by, and if you do that, you don't harm anyone or hurt anyone. So I like to try to live by that.
Could you explain what the golden rule is?
Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you.
Okay.
So that's really, how do you want to be treated is how you will treat everyone else.
Okay. How do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions or beliefs?
By trying to be kind to everybody, not be mean, and think about it. Think about words I'm going to say before I say them. And, listen to, if people do tell me, you were kind of harsh or mean on that one, then self-reflect on that and say, yeah, maybe I was, fix it for the next time.
Okay, what are the convictions you live by?
The convictions I live by is if you say you're going to do something, do it. All in, all go, no quit, no matter what.
Okay, how do you hold yourself accountable to your convictions?
I have to look myself in the mirror before I go to bed every night and say to myself, did I do the right thing? Did I try as hard as I can? And did I do what needed to be done?
And what is one conviction you believe everyone should live by?
Always be honest, always tell the truth, and always do what you believe is the right thing, even in the face of other people's pressure and other people not believing in it.